Hi, so we're signing in from Bangkok on our next adventures. It's been a couple of years, but we're finally back on the road again.
Yay!
Which is really exciting, and wasn't sure we were actually going to do much videoing. Then I heard our number one subscriber was desperate for us to do some videos, so here we are.
Here we are.
So we've had a couple of days already in Bangkok, so we just needed a couple of days just to deep breathe and just relax, and now we're ready for our adventures to begin.
Yep.
So we've made our way from our hotel, which was a little bit of a way out of a town, not a long way, but it was quite near the airport. It was a really beautiful, relaxing hotel. And we ventured into the hustle and bustle of Bangkok, but in the middle of Bangkok there's this beautiful park called Benchiketi Park. So we've just come into here just to relax for a few hours before we catch a sleeper bus tonight, when we're heading to Udon Thani, which is in the north east in Isan. And then from there we're spending 2 weeks doing a bit of a tour around the northeast area of Thailand, which is a less visited area, less tourists, a bit quieter. We're going to take it nice and easy, a nice slow pace.
And then hopefully we can also hire some scooters. Actually, we'll hire a scooter, and we should be, filming from a scooter or along the way. So
yep.
That helps with our adventure.
So the purpose of the video will be, one, for our number one subscriber, because she encourages to do it.
And that's Miss Tia Marianne.
What we'll do is I'll give some tips on how I do my bookings for hotels, for travel, bus travel, train travel, scooter travel, and we'll just sort of do a bit of that for a bit of fun.
Lots of tips. I just pack. I do the packing.
And we're travelling very light, so it's nice and easy. We've got an 8-kilo bag each, which is what we're travelling with. So that'll be nice and easy, not having to lug heaps of luggage around. And so it's going to be a nice, relaxed, easy-going backpacking tour, and hopefully lots of interesting things to show everyone on the way. So we're just going to chill a bit this afternoon before heading to Mochit's bus terminal to catch our bus, and we might do a couple more videos before we head for there, and then our adventures begin. We leave the hustle and bustle of Bangkok and into the wilds of northeast Isan.
So come along with us, and we'll all discover some things along the way.
So we're going to go through, we've just got our ticket, we've had something to eat, and going to move on to hopefully wait for our bus to get on soon. But this is chaos here. Organised chaos, it just seems to work. So if you feel claustrophobic, what's the word for too many people and stuff like that? Anyway. If being surrounded by lots and lots of people makes you anxious, this is probably not the place for you. Bangkok is crazy, but we're going to head to quieter areas of Thailand. So, what do you think of our seats, son?
They're very good.
Be home for the next 8 or 9 hours, I think.
Something like that, overnight.
You reclined it? Is that reclined?
No, I don't want to extend the snake outside.
Yep, we've just found that the seats do recline.
Yeah, it's really good. Legs are straight up, mine are.
very cold place. The bus, the aircon on as well. Got cold feet. Out of Udon Thani. The bus done a bit of tour, dropping off people at villages around the way. And Udon Thani is the last stop. So we've still got an hour to go. Kind of hanging out to get off the bus so we can find a loo and find something to eat. But another hour we should be at our destination. So a slight mishap this morning, and that our bus that was going to Udon Thani has dropped us off about an hour and a half away from Udon Thani. So we've booked on this little bus here. It leaves at about 40 minutes, and it'll take another hour to get down to Udon Thani. And it's a nice little town here, middle of Whoop Whoop. I'm just going to find us a cup of coffee or something to eat. Mum's making friends. They all come and talk to her because they think she's Thai. And then she's not. She's trying to explain to them in her pidgin Thai English that she's from New Zealand. Okay,
So we're on the
you go.
second bus, making our way back to Udon Thani. A little detour, as Chris said earlier, and some nice friends that I made. Although we can't speak the same language, we all smile the same. So. But the reason I was getting Chris to pick his phone up was to take a photo of the impressive gear stick that bus drivers use. So we'll get a picture of that for you.
So we arrived into Udon Thani this morning, and after a little bit of a misadventure, which was quite good fun, the bus dropped us at the wrong spot, and then we luckily were pointed in the right direction to jump on a bus that took us down to Udon Thani, which was an extra hour and a half, 2 hours or something. But hey, that's the fun of travelling, and we're not time poor. We're taking our time with this trip. So we still got there in plenty of time to check in at a good time. And now we have rented a scooter and gone and bought ourselves some helmets, because I can never find a helmet that fits me. So we've actually bought some this time. And we're just gonna head around, and we're at the duck park at the moment, as you can see behind us. How did we find this one?
Through Gemini. I consulted my Gemini, and this is one of the local places that people visit when they come to Udon Thani. It also looks like it's a very busy walking track. There's a lot of walkers and cyclists. So as you can see on the other side of the park, there's a pathway. So we're going to do the loop as well. And yeah, just do a walk, join in with all the Thais. They'll probably start talking to me.
And it's a nice time of the
beautiful.
evening, the sun's setting on the water.
Yeah.
So it's nice and cool, it's not too hot.
What
So-
about that way? Looks like there's a little chetty behind
I'll
us as
take
well.
some footage.
So just right there where I'm pointing, behind those trees, there looks like a little chetty temple or something like that. So we'll go and check that out as well.
Yeah, we'll wander around and I'll just take some footage as we go.
Yeah.
So for dinner tonight, we've picked up some delicacies from the market, the local street market, which was fun to go to. I should have done some footage in there, but I'll do some tomorrow night just to show what selections are like, and I'll just show you what we're eating tonight. It's very yummy. So I'm having a pig's blood, I think, a meal with bits of pork and And Teresa's having fried pork, and what else?
We had some kebabs.
skewers, kebabs.
Little skewers, yep.
And
I've got,
what's this one here? That was like a vegetable soup.
So it's got cabbage.
Cabbage
I
and-
think there's also having a little bit of chili.
Yeah.
So giving that
And
a
then
go.
we add the just a couple of bags of rice, and we've got little bits of chili and other things to add to it. But it's a lovely way of eating here because you can either eat it there. There's tables they set up at the markets to sit and eat, or you bring it home and eat. And it's yum.
Just
So we've across the road from where he's staying, there's a little Vietnamese street market which happens on Saturday and Sunday here in Udon Thani. And so we've just stopped to have a coffee. Teresa's having an egg coffee, which was something we had when we were in Vietnam in Hanoi.
Yeah, it's so good.
And I just got a regular Vietnamese coffee. Nice little start to our day.
So then this sits, you put that down so you can sit it on there. This is so good.
Sweet ball.
Did you see his long? We had a couple of older Vietnamese gentlemen walk past, and one of them has like 4 really long, bucky hairs. I think I'm starting one.
Have the sweet condensed milk in it or not? Or something black.
Is it nice black?
It is. I just have it black. Cheers. Keep me awake for a while. And it comes with a nice little
Jasmine tea.
palate cleanser.
The egg coffee is based on condensed milk. So I should be running circles, or at least keep catching up with Chris when we walk around today. And then I'll have a big crash. Stir it in. I feel like I need to stir it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really stir in.
It's more of a pudding than
Well, the coffee underneath is quite strong. It doesn't actually, it doesn't, yeah, I did. That's what I'm saying, the coffee underneath it is really quite strong, so, and it doesn't really mix into it, like milk and coffee. So it's good, it's got the condensed milk on top, because I do like sugary or sweet coffees. So good.